Hello, and welcome to our transition call covering education. We're going to start today's call by going to the bottom of our CU Base screen to our network links. When I click on network links, I'm going to go to the CU Answers website. Once this page loads, we're going to hover over the Solutions tab at the top of the screen. Hovering over the Solutions, you can see the accounting page all the way to the left. The accounting service team is responsible for the financial operations of CU Answers. On this screen, if you scroll down a little bit, you will see two icons. The first icon, CU Answers financial statements, audit results, and other due diligence materials. Our audit materials, CU Answers financial statements, are all available online, and you can access those by clicking this link. Below that, we have Understanding Your Invoice. If I click on Understanding Your Invoice, you will see that I'm able to put in information for my invoice to see what I'm being charged for. Most popular billing codes are on the right-hand side of the screen, and at the top I can enter in a code and search for it to find out what that charge is for on my invoice. If I scroll back to the top and hit my back arrow to go back to CU Answers main page and scroll back to the top, I can hover over resources. You can see in this slide out, there's a lot of great information, and we're going to start all the way to the right under the release summaries. So if you're looking for any information about a future release, you can check out this release summaries page. And if you scroll down past the banner, you'll see all of the release summaries for our various releases. Click on any one of these to find out more information. Working hand in hand with this is our release planning page. It is the second option when we look at the resources tab, but there's also a link right here on your screen to the release planning page. So if you ever wonder what's coming for CU Base or It's Me Too for online banking or other CU Answers tools, this page is intended to help keep you in the loop for the things that are in the pipeline or nearing completion. Just remember that our development cycle is a living, breathing machine, and we are committed to remaining flexible and nimble so that we can continue to meet the needs of our clients, partners, regulators, and most importantly, your members. In other words, all dates and slated projects are subject to change. Hovering back over the resources tab, next we're going to look over to under the references and help. Under references and help, we have AnswerBook. This is a comprehensive question and answer database or knowledge base, and it's part of an effort to make sure that every accrediting employee has direct access to the information they need to serve your members. Not only can you scan multiple categories for most commonly asked and answered questions, you can also securely submit your questions to be answered by a CU Answers expert. If you're not registered with the AnswerBook, you'll come to this page and click on View the AnswerBook. On the next page, you'll have an option to look at the knowledge base items. And again, these are commonly asked and answered questions. And you'll see that the database is pretty robust. Under CU Base software topics, so gold, there's 1,779 topics using specific search terms. This is where I can search for a specific item or topic. And then I also have where I can, now you can see I'm logged in right now, but if you do not have a login or a profile yet, then you can do that by clicking on the profile in the black bar that I'm clicking on right now. And you can go through and you can register for AnswerBook. Again, this will allow you to submit questions under this Ask Question option that I'm pointing to on the screen now. I'm going to hit my back arrow and go back to our main page again. Scroll up to the top and hover back over Resources. Next, we have under References and Help, CU Base Reference. And it's important while I have this slide out here, I'm not going to go over everything in every slide out, but just talk about some more important education items. If I click on CU Base References, this is a topical reference booklet covering specific areas of the CU-based software. In addition to the information that's in our online help, these documents are a great way to get up to speed on a new CU-based tool or application. If I scroll down, you can see that I have an alphabet that runs across the screen, and I can click on any one of those items to find out if there's a booklet, or I can search here. So if I wanted to look at year-end information, I can type in year, and then here I have my information for year-end as an example. If I wanted to find out information for IRAs, I can type in IRA, and there's my IRA processing booklet. There's also some links here on the page that talk about some helpful tools. One of my favorite ones is going to be the Show Me the Steps online help. So Show Me the Steps is a companion to CU-based online help. It's a how-to help system that provides simple step-by-step instructions for how to help you complete various tasks inside CU-based. So down here in the bottom section, we have all this wonderful documentation. It's got screenshots and really, again, wonderful writing team documentation. But if I just want the nitty-gritty, just tell me how to do something, I'll see that here in the Show Me the Steps online help. Next, I'll come up to the top and I'm going to hover over resources again. And next, I'm going to go over to the CU Answers University section. So in here, I can click on registration information. Most classroom courses are scheduled on weekdays between 9:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern Time. All training events listed in the catalog and on the registration are in Eastern Time. Webinars are generally scheduled for after 11 a.m. Eastern Time to accommodate clients in the Central, Mountain, Pacific, and Hawaiian time zones. If I scroll down, we'll see, again, lots of great information in regards to our registration procedure and the sessions that are available. You can see on the screen we have classroom sessions here at CU Answers. We have webinars, so our Zoom sessions that are available. Those are free sessions that are available to your credit union. We also occasionally have training events and a special event and other events throughout the entire year. And again, the different trainings that we have and the course times are all listed in the bottom of this screen. Okay, I'm going to scroll over and look to the right here. Here we have our 2 education catalogs. Now we are kind of just finishing up 2020, so that one is still here. But we also have processed our 2021 education catalog. These are updated every year, and all courses here are web conference. And there's many, many courses, so you can go here to the PDF and you can look at the actual full education catalog. And there'll be another place in here that I'll show you in just a moment where you can register for classes online. And we'll do that in just a moment. All right. So if I scroll up to the top of the screen again, and I'm going to hover over resources, and then we have our information here for our online training and our in-person training. Again, virtual training, so lots of great information in here. If I go through and, for instance, click on online training and scroll down, it's going to be all the information for online training. And again, here's another place to access the answer book. And again, just going through, you can look at reference materials. So really great education information that's online. We do have, and I'm going to hover back to the top here in the resources. So in-person training is by request. It's face-to-face learning here at CU Answers. And then we have our virtual training. So our, pardon me, it slipped off my slide there. So we do have virtual training as well. I'm going to go down here to the bottom and click on Course Catalog. This is a place where you can register online for our CU Answers University. These are courses that are offered online, classroom sessions, special events, and web conferences. And we do have categories here on the left-hand side of the screen. We also have an option to filter here by category or date. I'm going to click on Date and hit View Selected Courses because I like to see what's up and coming. And I'll give that just a second to sort and scroll down. So I can see that today, for instance, we have lots of courses in regards to lending. So this looks like it's CU Answers University Week and its specialty is lending. So everything I'm seeing here is all going to be our lending courses. If I scroll down, I can see I have a settlement EFT release review. We have a risk management course. And then we have our Learning Cafe. So Learning Cafe and Education Express are two other options for training. And Education Express is around 15 to 30 minutes, and the Learning Cafe is 30 to 60 minutes. The topics rotate every single month, and you'll see a notification from our client news stating what's going to be upcoming for that month in regards to the Learning Cafe and Education Express. And again, you can continue to scroll through and look at all the different options that we have that are available. When you look at these courses, I'm going to scroll back to the top here, you see the course number, the title, who's going to be working that course here at CU Answers, and then you have the date and time and how it's going to be available. And that, just a note here, you'll see a red circle. That means our registration has closed for this event. If you still want to attend it though, you can feel free to reach out to our Client Service and Education team at extension 255, and we'll be happy to get you that information. I'm going to scroll back up and again hover over resources, and I'm going to click on our virtual training. So when I click on virtual training and then scroll down, it just talks about all the different types of training that we do have available. As I scroll through, we've talked about the Education Express and the Learning Cafe. We also have the dashboard dives here, covering our dashboards and usually 10 webinars throughout the year, discuss those hot topics for our London VP team, etc. So lots of good virtual training. I am going to scroll over here to our financial literacy. I'm going to click on that option. So again, CU Answers believes financial literacy is more than just book learning. It comes from the interactions with your board members have with each other and with the credit union teams. It comes with the confidence that you gain from experience, education, and perseverance as a volunteer. So we do have, if I scroll down further, we have all of these different courses that are available, and I'll keep scrolling. You can order a free DVD of all these videos and printable material for your board. And if you need more information about this particular financial literacy section, you can feel free to call our teams or just come here and scroll through. You can order the free DVD, learn more about the program, or free printable material for your board. I'm going to scroll back or use our back arrow and get to again our main page. And the next item that we're going to talk about is again hovering over the resources tab. I'm going to scroll back to the top here, hover over resources, and now we're going to talk about our simulated training environment. If I click on simulated training environment, we're going to talk about Bedrock Community. So our Bedrock Community Credit Union environment is our simulated training environment that we use in practice using the software without the worry of affecting any real member data. Bedrock is set up just like a real credit union, but without the links to outside vendors. Every credit union has two sign-ons to Bedrock and two user IDs and employee IDs. If you don't know what these are, feel free to reach out to Client Services and Education at extension 255. Remember that we're open from 7:30 in the morning until midnight, Monday through Friday, to answer your calls. Next, we'll talk about our exercises for success. And if I scroll down here, I can see that there are 3 exercises for success. And when I go through these, I've got a member service exercise, a teller exercise, and a lending exercise. So for each of these, I am able to click on the link and get a booklet. Okay, they're PDF documents, and they're going to reinforce key areas that you use at your credit union. Again, those are the most popular: member service, teller, and lending. Each workbook has instructions for learners to select using appropriate accounts to practice the activities inside the booklet. So it's great because you don't have to think about, let me get some teller examples, let me get some lending exercises. They're built into these booklets, and again, these are of course free to use at your credit union. I'm going to scroll back up and I'm going to talk about this other option. So we talked about Bedrock up here at the top of the screen. Now we're going to talk about CU-based Custom Training Edition. So unlike Bedrock Community Credit Union, this CTE, Simulated Training Environment, works with CU-based users to give our clients a training environment used exclusively by subscribing for the credit union itself. So it's customized to mirror your subscribing credit union's live environment. There is a one-time setup fee plus a monthly maintenance fee, and you'll have a copy of your own membership data set up as a training environment available only to your credit union employees. So think of it as almost like a Bedrock Plus. Okay? So Bedrock is a shared training resource for all of our credit unions. And then CTE is a step up from that because it is your own credit union's data available only to your employees for training. What that means is it's going to have your configurations, your members, and they're going to see things that are going to be specific to your credit union. So kind of think of it as an enhanced Bedrock. All right, I'm going to scroll up. We're going to hover back over resources. And then we do have just a couple more pieces to look at. Down here under Cybersecurity Resources, I'm going to click on the Cybersecurity Resource Center. In addition to the traditional Financial Literacy Board directors, we produced a video to help guide your board of directors on the common basics and terminology of cybersecurity. Remember that the FFIEC and examining bodies are expecting the need for engagement by the board of directors and senior management, including understanding the institution's cybersecurity inherent risk. This video and materials are free to not only credit unions in the CNAnswers network, but any financial institution in the country that wants to take advantage of the opportunity. The It's Me How-To video series talks about what you can do inside your online banking. And again, if you want to get the DVD, you can do that here on the link to the right. And again, if you scroll through, you'll see lots of great information. And again, if you want to get that DVD and all this great information at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to scroll back up to the top of the screen. I'm going to hover back over resources. Next, we're going to come down to the left under videos and talk about on demand. So on demand is one of my favorite sections. It's a multimedia information and education site. So you can get all this great information inside on demand. So whether you're looking for marketing videos for your members and clients on your sites or your websites, you'll also see quick tutorials for information inside CuBase. We've included on-demand recordings of our training sessions and any PowerPoint slides that you'll see in here. Lots of really wonderful information. You have featured videos here at the top. And then if I go through, I can search my on-demand, or I can look at video channels. And as you can see, there are a lot of them listed in here. So if I want to look at anything for just teller processing, I can click on teller processing, and I can see all this wonderful information for teller processing. And you can see there's actually a second page here. If I wanted to look at something for It's Me 247 online banking, there's also a video series here. If I click in online banking, I'm going to see all this wonderful information, setting up nicknames, voting for board members or surveys, making a person-to-person payment. So lots of wonderful information in here. On demand is just that. You can go in here and look at these whenever you like. So when you want to demand that you see that, you just come here and look up that information. All right. Scrolling back, using my back arrow to get back to our main screen. It's going to take me just a couple clicks to get there because I moved around that on demand. We do have some other great information here up in our shop section. Okay, so this is our store page. So I'm going to click on shop. Now, not everything in here costs money. I am going to come to the top under solutions though, and since we are, of course, client service and education, I'm going to click on client service and education under solutions. Now you'll have a more extensive session in regards to the store, but I'm going to scroll down and just quickly show you a couple of things here. You can sign up and look at information for education. You can scroll through and sign up for any one of our newsletters that are available. And if I needed to look at, for example, my exercises for success, they're also in here as well. So lots of great information as I scroll through. We're not going to spend too much time here, but I just want to mention it so you know you have some great information in here. not only for client services and education, but if I hover solutions, I've got lots of teams available here. All right, we are going to minimize our website and go back to CU Base to continue further. I'm going to exit out of my network links, and we're going to talk about some of the options available. And let me quickly sign back in here. And I'm just going to sign back into my credit union. All right, so I'm back on my main screen here under all my tools inside our CU Base. And again, at the top, I'm going to note this is the Bedrock Community Credit Union that we talked about earlier. So everything in here is fake information. And let's talk about down here at the bottom, this I button down here in the bottom left. So if you haven't heard about this yet, this is online help. So this is wonderful because in addition to your booklets and your reference materials, this is a comprehensive online help system with topics for each individual screen inside CU Base. So for example, if I go into Open Maintain Memberships and Accounts, right, and I'm on this screen, I'm like, what do I do with these options? And I'm not sure. I can click on the I button here. And when I click on that, it's going to bring up my online help. Here I can see all the information on the screen. So creating a new membership, if I want to open a sub-account, or update membership and account information. Within each of those, there's some other information that's listed below, depending on what option you want to select. So again, the help system is included with the software itself. It can be accessed here through CU Base, or it can be accessed through our website as well. And if I'm done with this section, I want to search for something else, I can just come here to the left and I can search for my next topic. I'm going to minimize our online help, and I'm going to up and out from our option we just selected. Next, we're going to talk about the network links button. Again, that's that link button down here in the bottom left that I've been clicking on. If I click on here, I can see that there's lots of good information. And we're going to point out a couple of things that are pretty important. We have our CU Base alerts almost right here in the middle of the screen. So you can access a special page of up to the minute alerts about software issues, any unforeseen problems that might come up, status on solutions. If a credit union has, for example, a lot of checks coming through that are fraud and they let us know, we can send that out to alert as well. Below that, we have news and updates. You can access client news and updates pages on the CU Answers website by clicking on News and Updates. The reference library, just below that, you can access the CU Base reference page here. And that's the page that we went to earlier, so it's a quicker way to get there, as well as a quicker way to get to Show Me the Steps. Again, I'll click on Show Me the Steps, and it's going to take us to the Contents page where we can search for different pieces of Show Me the Steps. And again, this is the nitty-gritty, just tell me how to do something. And I have updated videos here listed and updated topics listed. And again, I have lots of great search options here to the right, or I can even just come here and browse the contents. And I can see all the different options that are available here. And if I click on member service, for example, I can see how to put in account nicknames and how to add, delete, or change nicknames. And there's my quick steps on how to do it. Okay, or setting up an AFT, automatic funds transfer. How can I create an AFT? And there are my instructions. So lots of great information here, and Show Me the Steps. I'm going to minimize my screen again. And then just to the right of that, there's a spot here to submit to Show Me the Steps. So if you have something you feel like could really use a step-by-step direction, you can come here and click on Show Me the Steps Submission, and you can submit that to us. We'll clean it up and make it all pretty. So we just need to know the steps that you're using, and we'll verify that, and then we can publish it. Next, here in the middle of the screen under Learn, we have CU Answers Online University. This is where you can access online education courses. It includes CU-based training as well as many other member service courses, such as teller and loan officer information, BSA, etc. Over here to the right, you have your credit union's website down here at the bottom. You can access your own credit union's website from this link. And then we have submit an idea. So refocusing on ideas that make us a cooperative, that living, breathing network we talked about earlier. Remember, we're all in this together. So as you have an idea and you craft that, keep in mind that to make it truly work, it has to scale out to the whole cooperative. So every credit union network, your peers, your partners, your collaborators will all benefit from it. You can submit your idea here, and then our teams will be contacting you in regards to more information or clarification. All right. And again, if you have any time that you want to ask us a question, you can always come over here to ask a question for support. I'm going to exit on network links. And just remember, we talked about AnswerBook earlier, how you can submit questions and we can do secure information back and forth. There's this A symbol down here. If I hover it says Ask the AnswerBook. So remember that you can also access the AnswerBook this way as well. And again, you can look up your frequently asked questions or submit a question of your own as well. All right. So remember, you can attend classes and review as many resources as you want. It's a lot of information right after the conversion, but we want to expose you to everything that we have to offer for your staff's education. So again, please let us know if you have any questions regarding this information. You can give us a call here at Client Services and Education at 800-327-3478, and our extension is 255. Thank you so much for attending today's session, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.